I want to share a little bit about coming to the realization that you are always taken care of, no matter how shitty you may feel. Do not listen to people in the spiritual field and the communities tell you that you must, because this is the thing, you have to go through the human grind no matter what. You have to go through the seemingly human evolution of growth, of losing and gaining and learning and all this stuff. The pure you doesn't change, right? But you are still experiencing that separateness. And if you trust that, like you really trust that, something inside of you trusts that, even if it's a very small voice, you will start to see how all of these situations you find yourself in, they're transient, first of all, and how no matter how bad something gets, because that's really what gets someone to start searching for some kind of resolve and answer, no matter how bad a circumstance gets, that there's always going to be something that counters it to make it more balanced, to make it more just evens out. And you start trusting that there is something doing that for you. It doesn't matter how bad something looks right now in your life or feels. And trust me, I totally understand that feeling of being like, this is never, ever, ever going to go away. This is never going to change. I'm always just going to be in bad situation after bad situation after bad situation. So it's very real. So I'm never, ever going to deny the very practical side of it, which is, yeah, it's real. You're in human form. You're still, your vast consciousness squeezed in a little human box, right? And that's part of the play. And there is a certain type of charm to it as well. And that's why we're here to, ultimately, I think you start realizing that it's a gift to be here, even though all the pain and all the shit. So even if you don't really buy into it and, you still feel, because I get it. You're always going to, especially if you really, really have some extenuating circumstances or feelings you just can never get out of, you're always just stuck in those emotions. It's never going to feel like you can get out of that, because our emotions convince us, whether we believe that or not. Like, we believe them so much. And don't watch the people that tell you just need to open your heart to love. You just need to feel gratitude. You just need to change your thoughts. Now, I'm telling you, based on my experience, I still work as good as I can to work with myself, but I feel better leaving my emotions or my thoughts wherever they just are or land than trying to change them, because then I'll be spiritual, then I'll transcend, then I'll be happy and joyful and feel the love. You know what I'm saying? Then, because that's what a lot of people are doing in the spiritual field, and a lot of the stuff that's being taught is this is what you got to do. You got to find the peace. And if you're in a dark moment, it's your fault. You got to put your hands on your heart and just feel the love, and that's it. Be here now. I can't do that. I can't do the typical non-dual spiritual community stuff that goes around. And so, what's the topic here? You're always going to be taken care of, regardless of how shitty you may feel or how bleak the future may seem. This is always going to be growing. The awareness of this is always going to be growing and getting stronger. So it's never like a one and done, I'm aware and I'm good now. The pure you, the pure self, okay, it's already resting in the deep waters of awareness and peace and all that. It's already there. You're attached to that. You're like a limb of that. Okay, but you're still going through this evolutionary process. So you become aware of both. And you cooperate with your human self, but you also, yeah, you cooperate with it, and you also realize there's a balance between trying to like become aware, right? I mean, I tried so much and I realized it just didn't work. It made my life worse to try to become more aware. And then the other side of trying, you do try it, but then you also like go like, this is a process unfolding. Like that statement, there's a quote that's like, you don't tell a flower when to bloom. It is literally like that. We are nature unfolding how it unfolds, but the flower doesn't actually think of, for the most, we don't think it does, right? That it's like gonna bloom. It does, it doesn't. It just blooms. It's natural. It's organic. That's how we are, but because our brains get us in trouble, we think we need to make it happen. So I'm just letting you know that you're gonna be taken care of no matter what. Even if something, I mean like something absolutely horrible happens in your life, just the worst of the worst, or you're feeling so at your bottom, even though it doesn't seem it. And this is really what faith is. Even though it doesn't seem it, somewhere, even if that is such a small, still voice in you, that it's going to even out somehow. I've seen it in my own life. There's situations I look at, I'm like, how in the hell did I get out of that? Even if and I'm sure many of you watching that have felt that way too. You're like, how did I make it this far, right? Even let's just pretend that, like, okay, I died, physically died. I'm gone. Does that mean things didn't work out for me? No. That's the right thing for my spirit, my consciousness. It was the right step. So even though things look bad on an egoic level at times, that doesn't mean it's not in your favor. That doesn't mean you need to accept it, except that you feel like shit if you do. But the point is that you're going to start realizing that a peace doesn't abide in all of the circumstances and the feelings and the ego, and there's this peace that's never wavering, no matter what's going on over here. You can like just be in the worst situations. And these situations anyway, they're meant for the ego to come out of itself. It's all meant to show you that it's not there. It's not there. So anyway, so it doesn't matter what happens. You start like, oh, this is where it's really at the peace. And that is always a fine-tuning process. It's always going to become more peaceful, right? Even if the human self is seemingly suffering, there's peace. So you are taken care of. Know that, and just sit there and contemplate on it if it feels right. Sit there and go, I literally will just talk. I will talk. I'll just say, God, if I'm really struggling, just show me something. Give me some sign, just because that feels right to me. You can do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. But I just talk out loud, be like, God, I need some help here. Like, I can't do this. I really can't do this, And that can just kind of help you contemplate and just realize that, just do whatever you want. Say a mantra if you want. Just something that makes you put your attention on divine, on God, on what you really are, so that this human form doesn't feel so sticky. Doesn't mean you disappear from the world. You're always going to have friction in the world, no matter who you are, where you are. But putting your attention on the consciousness that is always taking care of you, it brought you here. It's like we're the children of consciousness. It's going to take care of you. It might not feel like it. And this is what faith is, okay? This is real faith. A lot of people are Christians and stuff, and they think, everyone does their best. I'm just saying, from what I see there, think, I have faith. But they're trying to control everything in their life. It's like, you have no idea what faith is. Faith is in a sense, giving up that you have control. So again, it's a balance between, try where you can, but remember that a lot of this is not up to you. Think about all the things you've tried to control in your life, and has just made you more fatigued and depressed. And it's like, oh, I did all of this for this little prize. A lot of people have had that experience. So, and you start realizing, oh, something this power, this consciousness, this blissful peace, this thing that takes care of you and all of us, it gives you wind to move. So you just start merging more with that. by these recognizations, but the best thing for me too is don't make it so mental. Like, how do I, because I get like that. I'm just like, oh my God, how do I do this? I gotta like, maybe if I did this, if I like said that, whatever it is, try not to make it so mental if you're like me, because I'm super practical too. But that's been a blessing and curse. It's both. So anyways, you're being taken care of no matter how shitty you feel. Just trust that. Trust that. Something, even if it's a small little voice, trust that. You aren't your emotions. You're not the circumstance you find yourself in. Do what you feel is good. Don't look outside for evidence that you're on the right path. You're on the right path. You can't really get off the path. You can only take a little detour and then you come back on the path. Might feel like you're going somewhere else, but you're not. You're always on the path and you're always going to be taken care of. So do your own self-inquiry, which is what I think is the best spiritual practice, if any. Contemplate. And also like devotional work, like just be open to shifts and to truth the best you can. Our organic nature is our true nature. And yeah, you just start realizing you're being taken care of, and you just have to kind of let this process of being a dense human as well, consciousness in the human form, it's dense. But that's why we wake up to who we are, because we're like, oh. And again, you can always fine tune this process. You're never going to be like, I'm awake, and then you're going to go blast it on Facebook that you're awake. You can always fine tune it. So anyways, trust yourself. Don't listen to people that tell you just got to feel better. It's all up to you if you just feel better. Yeah, that's spiritual garbage. Just feel the love. Nothing wrong with doing that, feeling the love and trying to feel love, but don't feel like there's something wrong with you. You are always being taken care of. And just don't listen to people. That's the thing that got me messed up. Listening to people that really, I thought they had it, and then I realized, oh no, they have issues just like me. They just suppress them and pretend that they're feeling the love. So, yeah. You are on the right path. Really contemplate knowing that you're taken care of no matter what situation you find yourself in, and just hang in there and keep going.